Once effector T cells have been activated and are released into the body in order to join the battle, they actually don't fight the pathogen. Their job is to coordinate and activate other branches of the immune system. So helper T cells will activate cytotoxic T cells, B cells, and also part of the nonspecific immune system, including natural killer cells, neutrophils, and macrophages. So helper T cells play a very important coordination role. When they are activated in response to a specific pathogen, they strengthen the nonspecific immune response and activate the specific immune response. Cytotoxic T cells and B cells cannot become activated without the helper T cell. So the helper T cell is essential for stimulating all branches of the immune system. And when we get to immune disorders and we see some disorders where the helper T cell is knocked out, it becomes very evident what a big role this cell plays in coordinating the entire immune response. Now, similar to what we saw with the antigen-presenting cell activating the helper T cell, the helper T cell displays the pathogenic antigen to cytotoxic T cells and B cells. And just like we saw with the helper T cells responding to the antigen-presenting cell, if a cytotoxic T cell or B cell has a receptor that recognizes that same antigen, then they have the same conversation. The helper T cell says, I order you to activate, and the cytotoxic T cell or B cell says, sir, yes, sir. And then about 1 week later, we have many cytotoxic T cells that recognize the pathogen that's now in the body, and many B cells that recognize the pathogen in the body. And just like we saw with the helper T cells, some of these cells will be pulled aside and become memory cytotoxic T cells, so they will not enter battle, but they will be around in case that pathogen comes in again. Same thing with the B cells. Some become memory, and the remainder become effector cytotoxic T cells and effector B cells. So now we need to talk about what the cytotoxic T cells and the B cells do when they actually enter battle.